The courtroom is meant to be a place where justice is served and legal proceedings are conducted with decorum and respect. However, not all defendants adhere to these expectations, and some have displayed extremely disrespectful behavior in the courtroom that has shocked judges, lawyers, and onlookers alike. Hello everyone, and welcome to another video. Today we'll be looking at the 9 most disrespectful defendants ever in the courtroom. Yeah, you heard it right. From outbursts and insults to downright bizarre behavior, here are the 9 most disrespectful defendants ever in a courtroom. The defiant defendant. In a high-profile case that gained national attention, a defendant known for his history of violent behavior and contempt for the court made headlines for his outrageous behavior. During the trial, he repeatedly interrupted the judge, insulted the prosecutor, and showed a complete lack of remorse for his actions. He even went as far as making obscene gestures and cursing at the jury, resulting in the judge holding him in contempt of court multiple times. Despite warnings and fines, the defendant continued his disrespectful behavior, earning him a reputation as one of the most disrespectful defendants in courtroom history. The clueless clown. In a bizarre turn of events, a defendant in a minor traffic violation case showed up to court dressed as a clown. He wore a red wig, a red nose, and oversized shoes, and even blew up balloons during the proceedings. He repeatedly interrupted the judge and refused to take the case seriously, making jokes and mocking the court. His disrespectful behavior not only disrupted the proceedings, but also resulted in him being held in contempt of court and fined for his antics. The arrogant athlete. In a high-profile case involving a professional athlete accused of assault, the defendant's arrogance was on full display in the courtroom. He repeatedly showed disrespect to the judge, rolled his eyes at the prosecutor, and made snide comments about the legal system. He refused to answer questions directly and attempted to downplay the severity of the charges against him. His disrespectful attitude and sense of entitlement earned him widespread condemnation and damaged his public image. The insulting inmate. In a case involving a defendant charged with multiple counts of robbery, the defendant's disrespectful behavior in the courtroom was shocking. He continuously interrupted the judge, insulted the victims and their families, and made derogatory remarks towards the court staff. He showed no remorse for his actions and exhibited a complete lack of respect for the legal process. Despite numerous warnings from the judge, the defendant's disrespectful behavior continued, resulting in additional charges of contempt of court. The outrageous outburst. In a dramatic courtroom scene, a defendant charged with murder had an outrageous outburst that left everyone in the courtroom stunned. He yelled obscenities at the judge, threw objects across the courtroom, and even tried to physically attack the prosecutor. His out-of-control behavior disrupted the proceedings and resulted in him being forcibly removed from the courtroom. The incident left a lasting impression of extreme disrespect and disregard for the judicial system. The contemptuous con. In a case involving a defendant charged with fraud, the defendant's contemptuous behavior in the courtroom was unparalleled. He repeatedly interrupted the judge, refused to follow court rules, and showed open disdain for the legal process. He made derogatory comments about the judge and the prosecutor, and even attempted to intimidate witnesses. His contemptuous behavior resulted in him being held in contempt of court multiple times and facing additional charges for obstruction of justice. The disruptive diva. In a case involving a defendant charged with assault, the defendant's behavior in the courtroom was nothing short of outrageous. She arrived in court dressed in provocative attire and proceeded to disrupt the proceedings with her loud and attention-seeking behavior. She constantly interrupted the judge, she made disrespectful remarks, and even attempted to flirt with the jury. Her disruptive behavior not only delayed the trial, but also earned her widespread condemnation. The uncooperative defendant. In a case involving a defendant charged with theft, the defendant's uncooperative behavior in the courtroom was frustrating, to say the least. He refused to answer questions from the judge, mumbled incomprehensible responses, and constantly ignored his lawyer's advice. He repeatedly interrupted the proceedings with his unwillingness to cooperate and showed a complete lack of respect for the authority of the court. Despite the judge's efforts to maintain order, the defendant's disrespectful behavior continued, resulting in him being held in contempt of court. The defiant dissenter. In a case involving a defendant charged with public disturbance, the defendant's disrespectful behavior in the courtroom was driven by a sense of defiance. He openly declared his distrust in the legal system, refused to acknowledge the judge's authority, and consistently challenged the charges against him. He made inflammatory statements and engaged in confrontational exchanges with the prosecutor and court staff. His defiant dissent and blatant disregard for the legal process earned him a reputation as one of the most disrespectful defendants to ever set foot in a courtroom. So that's all for today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so that you never miss our upcoming videos. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section down below. Stay tuned, and we'll catch you in the next video.